Okay, students, good morning to all of you. So, in today's class, we are going to discuss about electrostatic potential energy of system of charges. Okay, yes. Static potential energy of system of charges. Yes, students. First, let us take yes. What is electrostatic potential energy? First definition. Yes, already potential energy definition we have studied in gravitation chapter previously in first year. So what we have studied? Let us imagine here two particles are there, two masses are there. Now to define the potential energy, what we need to do? Separate them, means remove them from their location. To where? To infinity. Now let us bring back the two charges to their respective locations. Bring one mass, bring another mass. For this, how much work we need to perform? That work done will be stored in the two masses as energy called as gravitational energy. Same as it is for electrostatic potential energy. For two charges, let us suppose you consider there are two charges are there. See these to my hands. These are two charges and these are their respective locations with respect to this backboard. Let us suppose. Okay. Now I want to find potential energy of these two charges. What I need to do? Remove them from their respective locations to infinity. Now bring one charge particle slowly without acceleration. Condition is we should not accelerate these charge particles. Our mass is also there in gravitation. We should not accelerate. Slowly bring without acceleration and keep its location in its location. Yes. For this is you require to do any work on it? Yes, we did not require we did not do any work on this because there is no external forces there in this space. So no work has to be performed on this charge particle to bring it into its location. Now bring another charge particle from infinity to its location. Imagine here is its location. Now I am bringing. But once it will comes into location means where this charge particle has created electric field. No, into that field if it has brought, then a type of attractive or a type of repulsive force will exist. Clear? Yes. Now, against that force, we need to move this charge particle slowly without acceleration and we need to keep it here. For this, we need to perform some work. Yes, that work will be stored in the system of these two charges as potential energy. Yes, this is the definition. Clear, students? So, electrostatic potential energy is the amount of work to be done on the charges to keep the charges in their location from infinity. Finish. Okay. Now let us suppose we are having two charges. One charge is Q1, another charge is Q2. Let us suppose, students, and these two are separated by some distance r. Let us suppose these two charges are separated by a distance r. Now, how much electrostatic potential energy this system is having? That we need to find. What you need to do? Remove them to infinity. First, bring charge Q1. Q1 you bring first. Okay? Yes. So now Q2 also not there. Nothing is there in this board, on this board now. No field, no nothing. No force is there on this charge particle to be act. So very freely you can move it and we can keep it here. For this, no work is to be done. Clear? Now, what I am doing is, I want to bring this charge Q2 from infinity to its location, which is the distance of r from Q1. Yes. For this, let us suppose this charge Q1 is producing its field in one particular region. Let us suppose in this dotted line, whatever I have drawn, in this region, there is electric field due to this charge Q1, let us suppose. Now, once this charge Q2 from infinity, once it has entered into this field of Q1, then if these two are positive charges, a repulsive force will exist on it like this. Now to counterbalance that, means against that force, we need to move this to its location exactly. Yes, we need to perform some work. How much work we need to do, that we need to calculate. Yes, students, when we have defined electrostatic potential, yes, what is potential? Electrostatic potential is nothing but amount of work done per unit test charge to move it from one point to another point. Clear? Then work done can be written as potential into the charge, whichever the charge we are moving. Yes. So we can find the work done with this formula. Yes. Students. Yes. Maybe network problem. See, is my network is good or not? Once you check, so there it will show you know for you at one corner. Okay. Let us start. So what I want to find? I want to find the work done to bring this charge Q2 into location of Q1. Now this work done can be defined as potential into charge. Now what is this V? V is the potential. Right. Yes, wait. I will move to college network only. My network is not good. Huh? Now? Now is it good? Okay, let it be. Listen. Anyhow, we will send a recorded video, no? So now we need to find potential first. Potential we need to find. Yes, where potential here we need to find. Due to what? Due to charge Q1. Yes. As we know, potential due to any charge formula is KQ by distance. Charge is Q1. So KQ1 by R. Okay. Yes. So work done that we need to perform is equal to K Q1 by R is the potential, and which charge we are bringing? Charge Q2 we are bringing. So into Q2 we can write. Yes. So this work done will be stored in the system as electrostatic potential energy, that is equal to K is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q1 Q2 by R. Yes, this is the formula for electrostatic potential. Okay, this is the formula for electrostatic potential energy due to two charges Q1 and Q2 which are separated by a distance small r. Got it, students? Just remember this formula: 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R. Clear? Yes. Now let us move to let us do this same thing by using position vectors. Yes. Formula for problem solving, remember this. Potential energy is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R. Force is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square is force. R is there means potential. Okay. Yes. Now students, let us suppose we are having one Cartesian coordinate plane, XY plane, let us suppose. Let us suppose we are having one XY plane like this, X axis, Y axis. This is the origin, okay? Now let us suppose there are two charges are there. Let us suppose this is Q1 charge and which is at a distance of r1 bar, position vector of q1 charge is r1 bar, let us suppose, and let us suppose there is another charge q2. Let us suppose there is another charge q2 which is at a distance of r2 bar. Clear? Yes. Now the distance between these two is r12. Let us suppose. Let us suppose the distance between these two is r12. Yes. So if you draw as position vectors, yes, we can draw like this. Okay. Clear, students? Yes. So if you want to give name, OAB is a triangle now. Okay. Now we need to define electrostatic potential energy. Same thing. What do you need to do first? Remove them from their locations from point A, point B to infinity. Now nothing is there on this board now. Means no repulsive force, nothing is there. Now bring charge Q1 to point A. For this, no work has to be done. Now to bring charge Q2 to point B, we need to move this charge Q2 without any acceleration against the electrostatic potential of or electric field of charge Q1. So for that, we need to perform some work done. That is equal to potential due to charge Q1 into which charge we are moving? Q2 charge we are moving. Yes, work done is equal to Q into V or V into Q is the work done formula. Yes. So this work done will be stored in a system as electrostatic potential energy, that is equal to V1. V1 is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, means potential formula Q1 by, yes, distance where r12, yes, r12 bar, if you are right, r12 bar. Okay, means with position vectors I am writing. Okay, this much distance. Okay, into Q2. Clear, students? Yes, this can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R12 bar modulus. Yes, it is the only magnitude you need to take. Clear, students? Yes. Now what is R12? See, triangle OAB triangle, you see Nana. You can write, see, this is one side of a triangle, this is another side of a triangle, and this is a closing side of a triangle. As we know, if two vectors are taken, two sides of a triangle in same order, then closing side gives its resultant. Yes, we can say R2 bar plus R12 bar is equal to R1. Okay, then R12 bar can be written as R1 minus R2 bar. If you want modulus, yes, modulus. Means it can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R1 bar minus R2 bar modulus. Finish. This is electrostatic potential energy in terms of position vectors. Just remember the formula: electrostatic potential energy between any two charged particles is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by distance between the two charges. Finish. Okay. For problem solving, it is important. Remember, Nana. Okay. Now let us find electrostatic potential energy for three charges. Let us find for three charges. Okay. Yes. Students, let us suppose there are three charges are there. Let us suppose here Q1 charge is there, here Q2 charge is there, here Q3 charge is there. Like these three charges are there. Okay? Yes, it is Q1. Okay, now this system, for this system, what is electrostatic potential energy? We need to find. Yes. First, let us see the distance between these two. Yes. This is the distance between Q1 and Q2, R12 I'll call. This is the distance between these two, R13. This is the distance between these two, R23 distance. Okay, na? Now, it is one triangle and three corners of a triangle, three charges Q1, Q2, Q3 is there. Now, it is one system. For this system, how much potential energy is there? What to do? Remove three charges to infinity. Now, bring one by one to their respective position. How much work we need to do? The total work is nothing but electrostatic potential energy. Yes. Now, first bring charge Q1. For this, no work has to be done. Now, bring charge Q2. Forget about these two. Bring charge Q2. For this, you need to perform work done. To bring charge Q2, you need to perform some work done against the potential of first charge. First charge electric field is there. Due to that, we need to perform some work done. That can be written as potential due to first charge into charge Q2. Potential due to first charge into which charge we are moving? Second charge we are moving, charge Q2. Yes, it can be written as, yes, potential formula is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught R K Q1 by distance of Q2 charge from Q1 R12. Yes, K Q by R is the potential formula into Q2. Yes. This is the work that is to be performed to bring this charge Q2 to its location. Now what we need to do? Now we need to bring this charge Q3 also. Now to bring this charge Q3, we need to perform work done against the field of these two charges. Now Q1 charge field also is there, Q2 charge field also is there. That means we need to perform work against the field of first charge and against the field of second charge. Are you understanding? Here? Yes. So that is potential due to first charge into which charge we are bringing? Q3 charge we are bringing, plus potential due to second charge, which charge we are bringing? Q3 charge we are bringing. So work done in bringing this charge Q3 is equal to, yes, V1 is K Q1 by R. V1 where we need to take? Here. Potential due to Q1 here is R13. Yes, R13 into Q3 plus V2. V2 where? Due to the second charge, here potential is K Q2 by distance R23 into Q3. Yes. Total work done that is to be performed is nothing but work done to bring charge to second charge plus work done to bring third charge. That is K Q1 Q2 by R12 plus these two. K Q1 Q3 by R13 plus K Q2 Q3 by R23. Yes. This total work done will be stored in this system as electrostatic potential energy. Finish. This will be the formula. Did you understand? Go with the procedure. You will get very clearly. Okay. Now let us find for 4 charges what we will get. Okay. Clear, students? Yes. Now let us find for 4 charges what is the electrostatic potential energy. Yes. The 4 charges, let us keep them at 4 corners of one square. Let us suppose, yes. Students, let us suppose here there is a square. Yes. Here a charge Q1 is there. Here a charge Q2 is there. Here charge Q3 is there. Here charge Q4 is there. Now distance between them, I'll call R12. Here R23. Here R34. Here R14. These are what? R14 is distance between Q1 and Q4 charge. R34 is distance between Q3 and Q4 charge. R23 is distance between Q2 and Q3 charge. Let us suppose like this. Now, what is electrostatic potential energy? Can you find? Yes, very easy. How much work we need to perform to bring these all charges to their respective position? That you find, you will get the answer. What to do? Remove all the charges. Bring first charge. To bring first charge, work done is 0. No work is to be done because no external field is there. Now bring second charge. While you are bringing second charge, already there is a first charge is there. Due to that first charge, at this location, some potential is there. Yes. Potential due to that first charge into second charge. This is the work done we need to do against the first charge. That is K Q1. Distance how much, Rana? Here is R12. R12 into second charge Q2. Yes. This much work we need to do while bringing Q2 charge to its location. Now bring third charge. Now this fourth charge still not there here. Bring third charge. While you are bringing the third charge, you need to perform work against these two charges. So you need to do work done in bringing third charge against first charge and against the second charge. Here, yes. So total work done can be written as potential due to first charge into Q3 charge plus potential due to second charge. Yes, potential due to second charge into Q3 charge. Yes. So work done in bringing third charge can be written as V1 is K Q1. Yes. At this location, distance is this much. Let us suppose this is R13. I call. Okay. Yes. It is R13 into Q3 plus due to Q2 here potential is K Q2 by R23. Yes, this distance into Q3. This much work we need to perform while bringing third charge. Now bring fourth charge. For this again we need to perform work done against these three charges. Means work has to be performed against first charge, sorry, fourth, no, yeah. Against second charge, against third charge. Means potential due to first charge into Q4 here plus potential due to second charge into Q4 plus potential due to third charge into Q4. This much total work we need to perform while bringing fourth charge alone. Yes. So W4 can be written as V1 value here. See, V1 value we are having take Q1 by R12 because its location. But while I am writing V1 here, this distance you need to consider R12. Yes, that is K Q1 by R14 into Q4 plus due to second charge here location, this location R24. Yes, K Q2 by R24 into Q4 plus due to V3 charge here distance 34 means K Q3 by R34 into Q4. Now this work done, this work done, this work done, all add. Total potential energy is equal to work done in bringing second charge plus work done in bringing third charge plus work done in bringing fourth charge. This total if you add, you will get total electrostatic potential energy. Finish. Fifth charge is there means against remaining four charges you need to perform work done. Sixth charge against remaining five charges we need to perform work done. Are you getting? This is how we need to calculate electrostatic potential energy. Now on this you will get some problems also, students. You need to be very careful. Yes, sir. Yes, 2018, 18, I think so. They have given 5 marks question also on this numerical problem. Same procedure you follow, you will get the answer. So like this, n number of charges also you can find. A lengthy equation you will get. That's it. Clear? Now, okay, sir. This is what we have seen when there is no external electric field. If external electric field is there, then what happens? Let us check that one. This is what we have done without any external electric field. Now already electric field is present. Then what will be the answer? Yes. Again, let us take for two charges. Students, let us suppose here two charges are there. This Q1 charge, this is Q2 charge, and distance between them is R12. Let us suppose distance between them is how much, Nana? R12. Let us suppose. Now, what is electrostatic potential energy between them? Yes, electrostatic potential energy between them is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R12. Finished directly. No work has to be performed to bring charge Q1. Now to bring charge Q2, potential of charge Q1 into Q2. Potential of charge Q1 is this much into Q2. Yes, this is the work done we need to perform. That work done will be stored in the system as electrostatic potential energy without any external electric field. Without E external. Now, if these two charges are located in one external electric field, external electric field is there, that is equal to E of R, let us suppose. E of R means electric field is changing with respect to distance, let us suppose. Means at different locations, different electric field is present. Value of electric field is present. Are you getting? Clear, students? Yes. Then how to find the electrostatic potential energy? Simple technique. Remove two charges to infinity. Now bring one by one. Now already some external electric field is present. Due to that, in bringing charge Q1, you need to perform some work done. Yes. How much work we need to perform in bring charge Q1? There is potential due to the external electric field into charge Q1. Due to that external electric field, how much potential is there at charge Q1? That much work we need to perform. Next, to bring charge Q2, we need to perform work done against the electrostatic potential electric field plus K Q1 Q2 by R12 against this present charge also. Now total work done will be stored in a system as electrostatic potential energy. Here that is V of R into Q1 plus V of R into Q2 plus K Q1 Q2 by R12. Yes. This is electrostatic potential energy of two charges which are inside external electric field. Got it? Any doubt in this, students? If there is no external electric field is there between two charges, electrostatic potential energy is this much directly. If some external electric field is there, due to that external electric field, let us suppose V of R is some potential, means some value. V of R is nothing but some 10 volt, 15 volts, 20 volt value is there, potential at Q1 or Q2. Then to bring charge Q1, we need to perform work done against the electric field. That work done also will include. And next, to bring charge Q2, we need to perform work done against the electric field and against the Q1 charge. Total will add up. Clear, students? Yes. Now, let us see. Means like this for 3 charges also you can use. 4 charges also you can use. For any system of charges, you can find. Only the thing is, remove the charges from their respective locations to infinity. Again, bring back one by one without any acceleration against the electric field of the present charge. Then add all the work done, you will get electrostatic potential energy. Now, okay, sir. For 2 charges, 3 charges, 4 charges, okay, fine. If a dipole is there, then what will happen? Now, see, students, electrostatic potential energy of a dipole placed in, where it is placed? In uniform electric field, let us keep. Uniform electric field. Okay, na? Yes. What is the potential energy of a dipole? Yes, students, important derivation. Yes, it is important. And previous one also, for 3 charges we have derived. No, it is also important for 5 marks. Remember, it is also important for 3 marks. Remember, previous one for 3 charges we have derived. It is important for your board exam. It is for 5 marks. Now it is for 3 marks. Students, let us suppose there is one uniform electric field is there. Yes. Let us suppose this is one uniform electric field E, and this electric field is directing in this direction. Let us suppose. Now, in this electric field, let us consider one dipole which is making some angle theta with the electric field. Okay? Yes. Now, I am taking a dipole. Yes, here is a dipole. Here, minus Q charge I am taking, and Here plus q charge I am taking, and this dipole is having some length 2a is the length of the dipole, and this dipole is making some angle theta with the external electric field. Yes, as you know, dipole momentum is in this direction. Clear? Always dipole momentum is pointing from, directed from negative charge to positive charge. Now, this is the dipole moment and this is the electric field. Between these two, angle is theta. Yes. If we keep them like this, what will happen? It will rotate. Why it will rotate? Due to a torque acting. Yes. On this plus q charge, a force will act in this direction. On this negative charge, a force will act opposite to electric field in this direction. So due to these two forces, it will rotate. Means some torque will act on this. How much torque will act? Torque tau is equal to, as you know, P E sin theta. P bar cross E bar. Torque will act. This derivation we have done already. Now this much torque will act definitely. Now this is the dipole. Now from this location, let us rotate it. Torque is in which direction it is acting? Torque is acting in clockwise sense here. In this case, torque is acting in clockwise sense. Now against this torque, let us rotate this dipole by a small angle. Let us rotate this dipole by a small angle, d theta angle. Okay. For that, how much work we need to do? Yes, small amount of work we need to perform to rotate this dipole against this torque. Torque is acting in this direction. So against this torque, let us rotate it by a small angle. How much angle? D theta angle. Then how much work we need to perform is tau into d theta. In a linear motion, work done can be written as F into S. dW can be written as F ds. Whereas in rotatory motion, work can be written as torque into angular displacement. So for small angular displacement d theta, work done can be written as tau d theta. Tau can be replaced with F. D theta can be replaced with ds. So this is the formula. Clear, students? Yes. So this dW is equal to Pe sin theta d theta. Now we want total work done. Yes, total work done can be given by integration of dW. That is integration of Pe sin theta d theta. Now from where to where we need to move? We need to rotate this dipole from where to where? Let us suppose it is already inclined by some angle theta 1. Already it was inclined by some angle theta 1. Now we want to rotate it by a small angle theta 2. For this total angle theta 2, how much work we need to perform? Yes, this much work we need to perform. Yes, this work done will be stored in this dipole as electrostatic potential energy. Why? Means how can you say if you rotate it and release, again it will come back? Means some energy it has gained while you are rotating. That energy is called as electrostatic potential energy. So U is equal to work done stored in that is equal to S. P, dipole moment, constant. E, electric field, constant. Uniform electric field, I said, constant. Integration of sin theta d theta. From where to where? Theta 1 to theta 2. So electrostatic potential energy is equal to Pe. Integration of sin theta d theta. Answer is minus cos theta. As you know, integration of sin theta is minus cos theta. Integration of cos theta is plus sin theta. Okay. Yes. Integration of sin theta d theta is minus cos theta. Theta values are ranging from theta 1 to theta 2. Yes. So electrostatic potential energy is equal to Pe into cos, yes, minus I am sending, yes, it will become cos theta 2 to theta 1. Yes, I want to remove this minus so that I can extend this limits. Clear? Yes. So electrostatic potential energy can be written as Pe cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Yes. This is the electrostatic potential energy which is stored in a dipole when it is rotated from theta 1 to theta 2 angle. Clear? This formula you need to remember, Nana. Remember, it is important for your problem solving and important for board exam also. Okay. Now let us suppose if already the dipole is placed perpendicular to electric field, let us suppose. Okay, then you can say theta 1 is 90 degrees. If dipole is not like this, dipole is already, it was 90 degrees angle it is making, dipole momentum is making some 90 degrees angle with the electric field, then theta value, theta 1 value, initial theta 1 value will become 90 degrees. Now if you want to rotate it by a small angle theta from this location, if you want to rotate it by a small angle theta like this, then how much work we need to perform? Yes, so electrostatic potential is equal to PE cos theta 1 cos 90 minus cos theta 2 is cos theta. Can you see this? Yes. Okay, yes, so it will become u is equal to PE cos 90 is 0 minus cos theta. Yes, it will become u is equal to minus PE cos theta. And important, you must remember this, and it can be written as minus P bar dot E bar S, because cos theta is, it is a dot product between dipole moment and electric field vector. Yes, whenever we are having a dot product, then its resultant gives you scalar. Yes, as you know, energy, electrostatic potential energy or energy is a scalar. Yes, electrostatic potential energy is a scalar quantity, and its formula is minus P bar dot E bar, or you can write minus PE cos theta. Here, whenever you are using this PE cos theta, you must remember one thing, that in this case, initial angle is 90 degrees, means dipole moment vector is making 90 degrees with the electric field. With this electric field, dipole momentum is making 90 degrees angle. That is the initial case. Now, if you want to rotate by a small angle theta, how much potential energy will be there in that dipole? Minus PE cos theta, or it can be written as minus P dot E. Clear, students? Yes, I hope you understand this today's class very clearly. And still some points are there to be discussed about this. We will discuss that in next class because time is not there. Okay, na? Yes. And I will send some questions to your WhatsApp group today. You solve them, Nana. Okay? Bye.